What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have a Premier League team, a meta team for 500k. This is all Premier League players. So those that do like the Premier League squad builders, this is a team that you can make. The date is of course towards the end of November, so hopefully the prices will either gone down or stay the same. So anyway, I wanted to go with the team Premier League. Obviously I like to do multi-league teams, but for this channel we're just going to go with single leagues because that seems to be very popular as well. The most important player in any Premier League team is Rashford and Son. Now unfortunately Rashford costs 200k, so we can't really get him in the team and get someone, or get a team at least feasible around him. We can build around one guy, but at 500k you want a mixture of a team. We're going to have Son, 5-star weak foot, dash him in striker, will be a top tier player, so there's most definitely going to be in that strike position role. In terms of the formation, it can be used a 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2 or 4-1-2-2 second variation. We've gone with Werner, and Werner will play more of a winger. I think as a winger he's actually really good, decent dribbling, he's quite tall as well, 91 sprint speed and 85 shooting, so get the job done on the wing very well. The only downside is his passing, but as a winger it's not the end of the world. And we go on the opposite side, we go with Lucas Moura, again one of the best wingers in the game for the price. Obviously coming close to Black Friday now, the prices are going down exponentially. That does make around about 300k just for the front three, but it does really make it worth it. To add to that, we added Rodrigo, because Rodrigo for his price is a very cheap player. There isn't that many good, well, in terms of the 4 players you could get, there isn't that much. If you want to, you can go with Rashford if you really want him, but I think this gives a good combination of a good balance between Son, who's got a 5-star weak foot, Werner, Lucas and Rodrigo can play practically anywhere. In fact, what I'd probably suggest is if you're going to play a 4-2-3-1, you're probably better off just putting Werner in that camera. You slap an engine on him and that fixes the issues with the passing, because don't forget his passing is not too bad. It's mainly his free kick accuracy, long pass, and that really let him down. But the rest of them are fine. So if you don't use skill moves, Werner can fit that position perfectly well, or otherwise Lucas Moura can be there. In terms of midfield, we need someone who's very versatile. There's 2 players. There's Fred and there's Gini Wijnaldum. Now, they're both equally very good. Wijnaldum is more on the more expensive end. But just to keep this team in budget, we've gone with Fred. If you do have a tiny bit extra cash, I would say definitely go with Wijnaldum. But Fred definitely gets that team. I actually used Fred for about 2 weeks in that centre mid role, and I think he offers everything. With a shadow, he is extremely good. Moving over to the other CDM, we've gone with Sissoko. Obviously, there's no one really like him for his price. CDMs in the Premier League. Obviously, Kante is the top tier. We can't afford him. And I'd rather go with someone like Sissoko. Someone like Fabinho, etc. You don't really want to go with them. Why? It's because they're too slow. Pace is the most important thing this year. So that's why we have gone with Fabinho. Fabinho. That's why we're not going with Fabinho. We're going with Sissoko, should I say. Obviously, don't forget, when you put a shadow on Sissoko, you have that sprint speed as well. Ends up becoming 95 or 94 sprint speed in the end. Pace equals recovery. Better recovery equals a better defensive state. Now moving over to left back. Now there is many options. We've gone with Telles. The reason why I go with Telles, I think number one, he's left footed, and I think it's important to have a left footer on the left hand side, especially for the driven through balls down the wing on the left hand side. You want someone who's left footed to do that, and obviously he has that in his locker. Very good short passing as well and long passing, so he's actually really good to play in any of those roles. On the cheaper side as well, I do say get a shadow. I'll go over the chemistry styles towards the end, but I would say anyway now just get a shadow on him just to get that sprint speed up. But definitely one of the best left backs in the Premier League. Now, the one of the centre backs we've gone with, where a large chunk of our cash has gone, is with Gomez. Now, I think you could probably get away with someone like Ake here, and maybe get Rashford in the team if it was up to me. I'll show you that in the end. But Gomez is a top tier card. Obviously very good with a shadow, and if you get De Gea in this team, one of the best goalkeepers that money can buy. I've used him. I still use him in my team. He's still very good. And then we put Walker in right centre back. Don't forget, even though Walker's on 7 chemistry with the manager, of course you'll get 7 chemistry, he's still one of the best centre backs in the game. Just looking at his stats, he's almost better than Joe Gomez, you can argue, in some scenarios. So definitely put Walker in that role. And in the right back, we've gone potentially one of the best right backs in the game, and that is Semedo, and that pushed it to about 450 or 530. This is average out about 500k, let's say, between Xbox and PS. If we're going to play a 4-2-3-1, as I said, Son goes in striker. I'd probably do it like this personally, because I prefer my cam to be a bit of a dribbler, and that's the way I would do it. If you're going to be playing a 4-4-2, that's where it's a bit skeptical. I wasn't really sure who to put in striker. I think Werner's probably the best person to put in that situation. Put Fred on balance, Sissoko on stay back. And if you're going to play a 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, which I think will be a way where the formation will excel the most, Son striker, Werner like that, and you can put Rodrigo in centre mid. Now, you don't have to do Rodrigo, you can probably get someone like Ronaldo, or you can get someone else in that role as well. So if you prefer 3 out-and-out midfielders, and you're not really too much of a big fan of a striker or winger playing in centre mid, you can do that. But don't forget, there's other midfielders in the Premier League that are worth a decent price. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is obviously on a higher end, and so is Pogba. But if you go all the way to the lower end of the spectrum, I wouldn't go with Thiago, he's too slow. But yeah, players like Partey are very universal, and players like Allen, they can get the job done very well as well. But we're going to stick back to the 41 now. If you're going to do this my way, because always my way or the highway, as I like to call it, let's put who's back? Rodrigo back in. So what I would do, if you're watching this video now and you skip to the end, the way I would do this formation to make it perfect for me is I'll get rid of Werner, I'll get rid of Gomez, and I'll get Rashford in over here. Then what I would do probably is I'll play Rashford over there, and I'll play Son off chemistry, because Son, you can play in that cam role, and then get someone like Ake over here. If you still can't afford that, I'll probably go towards getting someone like Wan-Bissaka over here. Wan-Bissaka, and you can even get someone like Ricardo Pereira, which I think is a really, really good card when you put him in centre back. So you need something like that, and then what you can do is in-game maybe move Semedo, or even move Telles in centre back. That's what I would say. 450k, if I had a 500k team, that is what I would go for in the end. Son, Rashford, of course, and that's the way I would do it. And of course, you're going to do the same thing. I'll play Son in cam and Rashford in striker in a 4-1-2-1-2, 4-2-2 or 4-4-2. Rashford and Son goes into striker. And if you're going to play anything else, I definitely recommend Rashford in being a striker with Son, and also you can relegate Lucas to a wing type position. Now, chemistry styles. Rashford, I always say go with a finisher or a deadeye. Finisher just to get his finishing up to maximum, get his agility and balance up. Son, he needs a chemistry boost. He needs to get a hunter on him. He is a tad bit too slow, so definitely get a hunter on Son. Lucas Moura, either a deadeye or an engine, or finisher. Either one of those are fine. I would say finisher if you're going to play him in cam, or a deadeye if you're going to play him in cam. An engine on the wing makes him very, very good. Of course, you prefer all-on-out pace, you can go with a hunter. Rodrigo, the exact same thing. I think he does lack a little bit of the shooting, so you want to go with a finisher or a Hawk. Hawk can get that job done very well because he's got decent physicality anyway. Engine, Hawk, or either a finisher or deadeye, fine on that. Sissoko has to be a shadow. I think you really want to max out that sprint speed. It will honestly be the biggest game changer. If there's one thing I can say to you straight away, if you've got anyone on your team under 90 pace, you'll naturally fill that hole. Fred, the exact same thing. You put a shadow on him, or you can put a hunter. Either one is completely fine, shadow or hunter. I would just say go for shadow. That way he's defensively a bit better as well. And for the back line, Telles, shadow, Semedo, anchor, Wan-Bissaka go with anchor, Pereira anchor, and De Gea glove. Now, if you haven't got Rashford in your team, and you got the other team, you can just put a hunter and engine on Werner. And then for Gomez and Walker, I'll definitely say put an anchor on both of them. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, I do have other squad builders on my channel, but these are just quick squad builders that I actually enjoy making these on a weekly basis, or even on a daily basis on this second channel. So thanks for watching. Take it easy. And if you did skip towards the end, don't forget there's 2 teams of this: the first variation, and then obviously the variation with Rashford. Thanks for watching. Bye. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. I was about to say thanks for watching, boys. Thanks for watching. Jesus, that's what happens when you don't edit your videos. But thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. I'll catch you next time. Peace out.